It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we got two beers from Lidl, but from two different countries. Technically, there's three countries involved in this two beer, and they're the same beer. They're Lidl's Perlenbacher Pilsner. But John, I've had a nice letter from John. He's told me that he bought in Germany a box of 6 Perlenbachers for €3.49. That works out, for my maths, at about 55 cents. 55 cents for a bottle of German Perlenbacher Pils. And this one is coming in at, have a look there, 4.9% ABV. And also, it's in a nice brown bottle, so you're not going to get any of that light strike. So a quick look at the left. I'll show you the second beer first. This I picked up yesterday in my local Lidl. 4.5% ABV, premium Pilsner. Brewed according to the German purity law, but it's a product of France, produced in France for Lidl UK. So that's that third country. It's sold in the UK, brewed in France. The German stuff, brewed in Germany. So we got Germany, France and the UK involved in one beer, one Perlenbacher Premium Pilsner. But of course, for the German market, at 4.9% ABV, it's definitely a different beer. Now, a fun fact, when I bought this in the green glass bottle, I had this jumper on. I came out of the store and the sun was blazing, so I chucked it under my jumper and I kind of held it kind of like this and, you know, lower down. And I walked to the car and there was people in the car park kind of looking, thinking, oh yeah, he's hiding his alcohol. You could see it's a bottle. He's hiding his alcohol. It's a true sign, that is, that he's got a problem. It was just I was hiding it from the sun so it didn't get any light strike from that green glass. So quick look at the letter then, because there's somebody called Chris here involved. Apologies for the delay in sending this to you, but as promised, here is a bottle of Perlenbacher that my friend Chris purchased from Lidl in Germany. Thank you very much, Chris, for purchasing the beers. Great comparison between the French brewed 4.5% ABV one we get here. He gives a little kind of description of what he thinks of the beer, and then he said it might not be a Stone the Crowd moment, but still of interest for your channel and your kind of your viewers. So yeah, let's thank you very much, Chris and John, for helping me out in sourcing these beers. Let's get them out into a glass and see what we get. So I'm using 2 Hofmeister German Steins here. They're screw tops, but they always hurt my hand. So I'm using an opener. So the British Perlenbacher, I've forgotten to say, was £1.45 a bottle, so nearly £1 more. Probably 90 pence more than the German variant. Lovely levels of carbonation in the glass. Amber, clear amber coloured beer in the glass. We've got a 2-finger white head, lots of carbonation. And now for the German one. Excited by this, I really am. There's the bottle cap. German brewed beer then. We've got a 1 finger whitehead. Good levels of carbonation. Is it slightly darker? It's clear. Amber in colour. Yes, look at that. German beer being slightly darker. British beer creating, or French brewed British beer, creating a 2 finger whitehead that seems to be growing. How interesting. So the German beer, 4.9% ABV, being a bit darker in colour. Let's get the aroma then on the green glass bottle, French brewed, UK sold, Perlenbacher from Lidl. I've always said this beer is, you know, it's okay. I've always said it's okay. The French brew some great lagers. They're very good at it. No real sign of the skunkiness. I think I did a good job of hiding it under my jumper from the sun. A little bit zesty, a little bit kind of stinging nettle aroma. Spicy, peppery. A little bit of kind of like sweet malt coming through. Smells good. German Perlenbacher. Now this is much more of, you're really getting your nose into this one. You're definitely getting more of a drier malt in more of a savoury aroma, rather than this beer for me seems to be the British brewed one. French brewed British sold beer seems to be a little sweeter on the aroma. Yeah, definitely sweeter on the aroma. This one, you're getting a little bit more of that kind of biscuit, and you're getting a little bit more of that kind of dull, peppery spiciness, less of the stinging nettle, which is quite interesting actually. But it's all in the tasting, isn't it? French brewed British Perlenbacher from Lidl. It's a perfectly acceptable beer. I like it. I actually like Perlenbacher. It's all I've known. I've never tried the German version. Definitely sweet. Definitely a lot of sweetness in there that follows through from that aroma. A little bit of a peppery spiciness coming through. A bit of a biting bitter finish. But I can't wait anymore. I've got to get into the German stuff. Nice and refreshing too. Prost. A better beer. A better beer in that it's a lot less sweet. This is more dry. Spicy, peppery, dry, refreshing. Little bit more of a depth to the beer. You're definitely getting a little bit more of the malt coming through. That 4.9% ABV is definitely coming through in the mouthfeel. A little bit more of a creamy, rich mouthfeel coming through. Better mouthfeel, less carbonation, more kind of better drinkability for the German beer. This, as you can see, the French brewed beer is highly carbonated. This is going to be making you kind of burp a little bit more, if you like. It's got more of a watery taste. Going back to it after drinking the German version, it's got more of a watery taste. The French brewed, should we just call it the green glass bottle? You know it's British then, or we'll just call it the British beer. The green glass bottle is definitely more of a watery, thinner taste, thinner mouthfeel, more carbonation, a little bit more rough around the edges. It takes, see now when I began the video, when I began to smell and taste the beer, the French one, the green one, I was more accepting of it because that's what I'm used to. This is what I'm used to. This is what I've been drinking for years and years with green glass bottle Perlenbacher. It's only when, and bear in mind, this is nearly £1 cheaper. The German version is nearly £1. It's 90 cents, 90 pence cheaper per bottle. It's higher in the ABV by 0.4%. It's actually got better head retention now. A little bit more lacing on the French brewed beer. But a better, more, just a higher quality lager in general. And I think that comes down to the fact that the German beer drinker only knows one level of quality when it comes to the beer. It's very much Czech Republic people, Belgian people, German people. They will only accept a certain level of quality when it comes to their beer. They won't accept, they probably wouldn't accept the French brewed Perlenbacher. They probably, you know, it's not quite high enough in terms of quality for the discerning German beer drinker. In the UK, I would choose British French Perlenbacher over Carling, Foster's, Holsten Pils every day of the week, because it's still a much better beer than Carling and Foster's and Budweiser and so forth. It's because it's almost as if in the UK we've accepted a poor quality lager. We've accepted Carling, we've accepted Foster's, Madri, Moretti. We've accepted that level of quality beer. In our minds, that's a quality beer. Whereas in Germany, it wouldn't pass. It wouldn't pass in Germany. It wouldn't pass in Belgium. It wouldn't pass in the Czech Republic. That is a delightful all malt lager. Biscuity, a little bit more kind of biscuitiness coming through, a little bit more of a bitterness coming through on the back end. It's a much better beer. The German brewed version is a much better beer than the French brewed UK sold version of Perlenbacher. One last thing before I rate the beers. Both conform brewed according to the German purity law. Now they haven't written it on the British version, but here they have on the German version. It's called the Reinheitsgebot. It's written there, and that is the German purity law from the 1600s. In Germany, if you want to call a beer, according to the law, the Reinheitsgebot law, it can only be brewed with water, malt, hops and yeast. That's beer. If you want to start putting mango and pineapple and everything else, you can't call it beer. You cannot call it beer in Germany. So I'm ready to rate these two beers then. Perlenbacher Premium Pils, French UK brewed. French brewed, UK sold. Good lacing. Good carbonation, very thin compared to the German version, sweeter than the German version, but it still has a nice kind of bitter finish to it. It's a perfectly acceptable beer for £1.45 a bottle in the UK. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. German brewed Perlenbacher. Fantastic. Nine out of 10. 9 out of 10. More rounded, biscuity, more of a nice malt flavour coming through, less sweet, less carbonated, better body to the beer. Decent that, decent, I like it. Stone the Crows. Thank you very much to Chris and John for getting involved in this collaboration. I really appreciate your help, because I mean this video wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you guys there deciding to send me some beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.